There are others, it's after 2 months. Somebody will say, where is that noisy person who doesn't listen as soon as they say? Make up your mind that you will be a blessing to someone. Don't come to church and ignore people, or don't wait until you see people who have a persona that communicates wealth. Then you now respect them because you saw the designers, you saw the shoes and the watch. Someone who will be sitting close to you, who can buy anything you think about, can just be as simple as possible. And they say, turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, may God bless you, or I need you. You don't know that's your job. You are supposed to just turn and say, I need you, and the person will say, see me tomorrow. But pride for nothing can make you close the remaining 10 years of your life. I want to speak over your life. Listen to me. These are truths that have come to you from heaven to change your life. The decision to invest in quality relationships. Write it down. Who are the 10 most important people in my life that I need to truly commit to? You love everybody, but who are they? Who are they? Who are they? Who are the people that love me sincerely and truthfully, not just for what they will get? People who will cry with you. There are 4 kinds of men you will need in your life. Let me take 1 minute to share this with you. Number 1, you need divine connectors. Divine connectors do not have what you are looking for, but they know who has it. You need them. The key to receiving from divine connectors is discernment, because most times they do not come in a form that is desirable. For instance, the slave girl and Naaman. If Naaman ignored her and said, you are a dirty slave girl, he would have remained leprous for the rest of his life. Pay attention to divine connectors. They may look weak, they may look unintelligent, they may not seem to fit your status, but they carry something, a roadmap that can lead you. The slave girl could not heal Elisha, but she could point him to the prophet who could heal him. When you enter the bus tomorrow, don't laugh at the conductor. Look at the poster he's holding. It may be a business seminar that answers your prayer. Divine connectors do not even know they are divine connectors. Number 2, you need in your life men of influence. They are called gatekeepers. They are the ones who control systems and structures. You need their credibility and you need their endorsement. There are times, oh Joseph, you have the power to interpret the dreams, but you do not have access to the king's palace. You will need to depend on who is already in the palace to speak for you. These are the wisdom keys that believers do not know. Can I tell you this? It matters who speaks good of you at the gates. You must trust God that he positions you. One person's signature can be the leverage that lifts you. Many years ago when I was in Zaria, there was a very popular story. Someone who wanted to go to NDA, and they said the person was too short and they could not take him. So he went to the then emir who was alive and reported it and said they refused to take me, that they said the height requirement, I didn't meet it. The emir said, go back to the commandant and tell him the emir has added your height. Say relationships. That's right. Is there someone who can walk in partnership with the Holy Ghost to add your height? Every rule on earth was put by man. Under a certain condition, it can bend. There are positive compromises that happen at the instance of relationships. Number 3, you need gifted people in your life. You don't just need loyal people, you need results. And there are times you need gifted people. Gifted people. There are corporations today who are spending millions of naira and dollars servicing people who are not gifted. The best corporations in the world have mastered the art of piecing together gifted people. And then number 4, you need burden bearers. The 4th kind of people you need in your life. Burden bearers do not have the power to move you forward, but they are the ones who stop you from going back. You need such people. Woe betide any man and any leader who does not have a burden bearer in the day of adversity. When Jesus was on the cross, even though so many people ran away, there were a few people who stood. His mother and John. Many leaders today die of heart attack. They die of neglect and pain because they feel they invested into so many people, and at their down times in life, there was no one to stand with them. Pray for these 4 groups of people. Every time you are praying that God should connect you to the ministry of men. Among others, these are the 4 classes of people you should cry for. Divine connectors, men of influence, gifted people, and burden bearers. Jesus would never have gotten to the cross if Simon of Cyrene was not there. Jesus would never be buried in a virgin tomb if Joseph of Arimathea did not donate his tomb. Have you learned something tonight? Please rise up on your feet. Thank you for your patience with me. We're about to wrap up. Pray one prayer. Lord, now that I have heard these things, I obtain the grace. I obtain the grace to make these 6 quality decisions. Open your mouth and begin to pray. Open your mouth and begin to pray. Please pray. I'm about to speak over your life. Pray.